Hey guys, Sonic Smash Bro here, and were you expecting me to profile this? Honestly, neither was I. But, yeah, the GR Fest had too many good amounts of gems to pass up, and I had most of the cards I needed for this by accident. So, I figured may as well bite the bullet and do this. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Rush Duels, I'm more of a Speed Duel guy, but, I gotta admit, this deck, for what it is actually kind of fun. This is Seven's Road. So, let's get right to it by talking about the skill of choice, Seven's Excel Road. This skill can be used if the only monsters with 1400 or more attack in your deck are Spellcaster type. One face-up monster with 1600 attack on your field that was normal summoned this turn gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. And, once per duel if you have activated the skill, turn 4 and onward, you can return one card from your hand to the deck and add Seven's Road Magician from your deck to your hand. So I'd like to point out that this has a once per duel restriction on the search, and yet things like Dragonic Resonance, or fricking Black Dragon Rising, or Magician Shuffle, if you're willing to go that route, things like that aren't once per duel? Not sorry, there need to be some skill restrictions. Anyway, the main man himself, the double Seven's Road Magician. Summon top card of your deck to the graveyard, and this card gains attack equal to the number of different attributes in your graveyard times 300 until the end of this turn. So, the concept is honestly pretty cool. We need to have as many different attributes in the graveyard as possible to fuel our Seven's Road Magician to the highest amount of attack power he can get. Unfortunately, we can't exactly hit the true maximum. Reason being, we don't have any light spellcasters in the deck because we don't have a way to play any ones that are worth anything. Put it to you this way, the only light spellcaster in the game right now is La Moon, a level 5. See the problem? Anyway, moving on, we have Dark Magician Girl. This card gains attack equal to the number of Dark Magicians in both players' graveyards times 500. This was 300 in Speed Duels, but in Rush Duels they buffed it to 500, and that's really good because if you have Dark Magician in your grave, which you pretty much always want to be having him in the grave anyway, you get a 1 tribute cost, 2500 attack monster. That's pretty freaking good. It's not summon Skull Slashable, it's also a lot more situational, but it's also still pretty good at 2000 as well, so definitely not a card you can go wrong with. Seven's Road Witch, our best tribute summon by far. Summon one card from your hand to the graveyard, and special summon one level 7 or higher, dark attribute spellcaster type monster from your hand face up to your field. If you special summon Seven's Road Magician by this effect, this card gains 400 attack until the end of this turn. If you can't tell, this is the best way to combo with the 7's Excel Road skill's full power. Double Torn the Windweaver, you could probably try for a third, but we're trying to keep this free to play here. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard and change the battle position of one monster on your opponent's field. Simple, straightforward, and another 1600 attack monster, so we can actually use this to go for 7's Excel Road as well. It's actually pretty nice because this card can out a lot of different things. It is a major part of the reason why it's on the Limit 3 list, folks. Now, it's on to pretty much mostly normal summons from here. Triple Fire Golem, pay 600 life points, and one face-up monster on your opponent's field loses 600 defense until the end of this turn. Pretty good to combo with Torna as well if you're going for that route. Triple Mystic Dealer, send one spellcaster monster from your hand to the graveyard and draw one card. This is our best non-tribute normal summon by far. It gets us through the deck as fast as possible, can sometimes draw us in the cards we need, and it gets different attributes into the graveyard for 7's Road Magician before the effect even activates. The one Dark Magician, you're never normally summoning this unless you really got no choice but to summon it. Otherwise, you want this thing in the graveyard pretty much at all times for Dark Magician Girl. Double Answer the Magical Swordsman, just a 2k beat stick outside of Dark Magician Girl. So, it is pretty nice to have, but we could probably do better otherwise. But what can you do? What can you do? Triple Dark Sorcerer, pretty much the best non-tribute normal summon for battle, because Mystic Dealer's utility is just way too good. Dark Sorcerer is just a straight 1500 beat stick. Those are really good right now. Triple Doriado, only here for the 7-throw Magician attribute fueling, but the 1400 defense is at least okay. And Triple Magical Beast Wolfang. This is the card I would take out if it weren't for the fact that we don't have a good light spellcaster monster we can summon. So we kind of have to make do for now. That's it for monsters. On to spells and traps. We have the one Hammer Crush. I would have had a second, but I couldn't get it in time. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard and destroy one spell or trap on the opponent's field. This is really, really important right now because, well, if you can't tell, things like the Barrier, Phantom Bind, Widespread Ruin, those are super prominent. Double Recovery Force. Shuffle 3 spellcaster monsters from your graveyard into the deck and draw 1 card. Most builds try to play 3. The reason I don't personally is, but quite honestly, we don't want to see this card in our hand at the start. We want this for the long game. Double Blue Medicine, this is really just placeholder fodder. The only reason I didn't change this to Red Medicine is because I didn't care enough to. Gaining 400 or 500 life points really doesn't matter at all. So, cut this out for a second Hammer Crush, and preferably Widespread Ruin. And lastly, Phantom Bind. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, the attacking monster loses attack equal to the number of monsters with its same type in your opponent's graveyard times 100 until the end of this turn. There is one reason to play this, but it's a big reason. Dragons. Dragons, dragons, and more dragons. They are everywhere. But now, on to some other cards you can use. One that I tried, as you'll see in one of these replays, but I eventually took out, is Road Magic Tempest. If you have a face-up level 7 or higher spellcaster type monster on your field, send one wind attribute monster from your hand to the graveyard, and change the battle position of up to 3 monsters on your opponent's field. So this is essentially a boosted Torna. Reason I don't play this now? It really never came up. Because how often are you going to have 7-throw Magician on your field and Torna in your hand? Exactly. And now for the one alternative, I have seen this card be used, and it's actually pretty good. Excel Wonder Splat. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and this turn, one face-up spellcaster type monster on your field gains 200 attack, and its level is increased by 2. So this can actually be useful sometimes. It gets around at least a couple of traps, and furthermore, extra attack power. Plus, it's another 1600 attack monster, so another way to go through 7-6 Cell Road. Honestly, not bad. It's definitely a card I'd consider sometime. It's pretty good. But it's on to some of the replays, and you're even going to see a little bit of the second stage as well. But first, we have to get through stage 1 replays, and you're seeing this cursed name correctly. The worst part is I didn't notice until after the duel was already over. So yeah, get Luke out of here, please, because, like, seriously, people are sick of seeing him already. He's everywhere, and I mean everywhere, and not just with one, but with 2 different skills.
As your future king, here we go! Get ready for the rush!
Here I go! I draw! Mystic Dealer! Mystic Dealer!
So we're willing to take the hit with Mystic Dealer just to try to thin out the deck as much as possible.
This duel's only getting started!
This quick! Come on now! Drago Rise! Rise into the light! Multi-strike dragon!
And hello, the one case where people think that Konami needs to actually ban an Ace monster, Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius. You're gonna see why momentarily. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. If this destroys a monster by battle, it can just casually attack again. So, dragons and alphabet soup are pretty much the most common decks, in part because of Dragius. But, thankfully, Seven's Road has a couple of outs, and this is one of them. Torn of the Windweaver.
I activate my spell card. I set this card. Okay. Torn of the Windweaver attack. Take him down, Dark Sorcerer. This duel's only getting started.
I
End
draw.
my turn.
Sports Dragon Pitcher. Things are about to get heavy. I activate Gravity Press. The King of Duels.
And here's one of the two skills that's absurdly broken for Luke.
Nothing I can't handle.
I'm ending my turn.
I'm gonna
Draconic Resonance. Not once per duel. I believe it's on a turn where you've summoned an Earth Dragon monster. 2 dragon monsters can gain 500 attack, and its levels are increased by 4.
Nothing will stop my road to victory. Seventh Road Magician.
So imagine going Draconic Slayer, summoning, say, Dragorite, and then proccing the skill. You just cheated your way to freaking Draconic Slayer's effect.
Okay. I tribute summon a Dark Sorcerer. Seventh Road Magician. Okay. Seventh Road
Tributed for
Magician.
DMG just to get a dark attribute in the grave, which was a good call.
Just a scratch.
And that Phantom Bind is not going to be enough. Get out of here.
You want to be the keep doing?
Alright, so next up, we have a Roman. And even better, it's not Alphabet Soup Roman.
Ready, Roman? I know this rush duel is gonna be great. Here
Let's
we
go.
Get ready for the rush.
Watch this. I draw. Here I go.
We have a proper Roman.
Estimate me.
So hey, how about that?
A monster. I set up its turret. I'll end my turn.
Here I go. It's mine. I draw. I'm gonna set. I set a card. Magical Beast Wolf Fang. Dark Sorcerer. Come on.
And one of the only cases where I figured summoning Dark Magician was the proper call. Worst case scenario,
This duel's only getting
I'll knock
started.
you out from
I end
draw.
my turn.
I set a cup. Join me. Ice, a music performer. A music
Yeah, this.
performer. Activate her effect. I'll end my
I'm
turn.
gonna speed up this. I draw. From my hand, I activate my
Hammer Crush
spell
came at a
card.
pretty good time.
Activate my spell card. Recovery Force. Inherit the scepter that leads the way. There's always a chance to come back in a rush duel. I activate Seventh Road.
So I wasn't going to have game here, so I figured just get these two on board
I'm gonna set a card.
and set the Phantom
Seventh
Bind,
Road
since you seem to be
Magician
playing mostly
activates his
Psychics.
effect. Time to battle. Seventh Road Witch. Go! Seventh Road Magician. Attack. Seventh Magic Attack. I'll end this duel on my next turn. I end my turn.
I'm so hungry. This duel's more important for me than for you. Rock and roll!
Yep, we're seeing the brand new skill for Roman, and it honestly saved her. The skill is so good.
Romantic! I activate Romantic's effect. Guitar Kid! Guitar! Guitar Kid! Gift Taurus activates her. Are you ready?
I'll use this card.
How about Phantom Bind?
I get Taurus! Play the I'm rocking this duel! Cause that's what the fans
This
want!
duel's really heating up. I
and
draw.
my-
I activate my spell card. Recovery Force. Here I come. I summon Fire Golem. Answer the Torna the Windweaver. I activate Torna the Windweaver.
And that was pretty much just in case of Phantom
I
Bind.
set this card earlier for this 7th Road Magician activate. Okay, Torna the Windweaver
Well
attack.
then.
Huh? What's
I'll
that? Answer.
Turns out it was Music Princess's recital.
7th Road Magician.
And that's still not enough to stop me.
I can't take it anymore. I'm starving. I'm out of energy.
Even if you're in.
So yeah, that happened. One of the rare times where we actually get to see a proper Roman. So hey, how about that? Next up, we have some alphabet soup.
The only thing. How about here we go? Get ready for the rush.
You don't want time to draw. I set a monster. Protect your. I'm setting a comp. I can use a break.
I'm gonna speed up
I'll
this
end
duel.
my turn.
I draw Mystic Dealer. Mystic Dealer.
So this is Rush Power 99 for the both of us, so winner gets to go on to
You don't want to miss a time to draw.
the second stage.
Take the light. I activate my monster.
Now, normally setting DMG is a pretty good strategy because they don't see it coming, except Dragius doesn't care.
I'm gonna speed up
Another
this
great
I
turn.
draw
Come.
Mystic Dealer. Dark Sorcerer. Inherit Lethal Wet. Anything is possible in a.
So I choose to put Torna in the grave here
Nothing will.
because 7's Road Magician and the 7's Excel Road combo with 7's Road Witch are also out to Dragius.
7th Road Magician, attack! 7th Road Witch, go! Go! I gotta be careful,
can't
because
let
you
you
can
break my
always turn the
rhythm.
tables.
I draw
end
the
my
king
turn.
requests your presence. Let's go. The king requests your presence. I activate
Torna in the
Royal
growl.
Rebels Growl, so feel free to join me.
And just casually summon Skull.
Royal Rebels Growl, goodbye. There's
This
no
duel's
way
really
you'll
heating
conquer
up.
my
I
kingdom.
draw.
I
From
end
my
my
hand,
turn.
I activate my magical-based Wolf Fang! Dark Sorcerer!
And 7's Road Magician once again.
7th Road Magician at time, I'm on the road to glory!
Okay,
My
then.
monster attack!
I'll use the card.
And the barrier.
I activate a trap.
Not gonna care. Get out of there. Like, just get out of here.
Everyone.
And so with that, we're on to the second stage. And this is where things get a bit weird. So, stage 1, I was struggling left, right, and center with everyone playing Alphabet Soup and Dragons, everyone just somehow getting out Summon Skulls or
The only
Dragius,
thing
and
I
somehow
care
just
about
constantly
is that you
drawing
play your
Widespread
best.
Ruin.
Here we go! Get ready for the rush! I'm gonna. I draw! I'll set a monster! I'm gonna set a card! With that, I end my turn!
Time to draw. The king requests your present. The king requests
And this
your
just
present.
got
Take
weird,
the
because
light.
it felt like for the most part people were playing
Join
just
me. I activate my monster. I'm all set to run. You can leave
the
now.
same deck.
Direct attack.
But he may ruler of a Dark Raider.
Here I go!
Turn comes to an
I
end.
draw Mystic Dealer! Mystic Dealer activates Torna the Wind! Answer the Gotta take a risk! Answer the I activate Torna the Windweaver! Okay! Torna the Windweaver!
So Torna is gonna even up the tables here.
With that, I I
You
end
don't
my
want to
turn.
miss a single moment of this. Time to draw. The king requests
Minus
your
the bluff,
presence.
this is
Take
actually a
the
pretty
mic.
okay board.
I take the mic. I activate my monster's time to play. Goodbye.
And the moment you went just Dragius on its own, you sealed your fate.
I'll end my turn.
Mystic Dealer! Mystic Dealer activates Inherit the Scepter that lead the way! 7. Gotta take a... I activate 7's road. Nothing will stop.
And so we just get 7th Road Magician out onto the field for free.
Good to go. Tribute. Okay. 7's road witch. Go. This'll do.
And get out of here.
Least up. Everyone.
Yeah, things got weird in Stage 1 on the first day. Would you believe me if I said these 3 duels in the second stage were all back to back to back? Yeah, this got weird.
Rush dueling against Luke.
As your future,
Here
here
we
I
go.
go. Get ready for the rush.
I'm gonna. I draw. I set a. I set.
And just kind of a bad opening hand right here.
Here goes. I draw. I set a okay. Show yourself. Get ready to take
Red Eyes
this.
and Curse of Dragon. And thankfully he didn't run over the one card I was hoping he wouldn't.
I fire golem. Mystic Dealer. Mystic Dealer activate fire golem. A wall. Nothing will. 7's road magician. I activate my spell card. Recovery force. Torna the Whip. Anything is possible in a dark sorcerer. Okay, 7's
So I
road
pretty much
magician.
choose to take this route
Torna the Wind Weaver.
just to put pressure on him. Because that's half of his life points gone already.
I end my turn.
It's my draw. I'm Sports Dragon Slugger. Sports Dragon Pitch Triad Drago. Things. Triad Drago. I activate Gravity Press Dra. The king can make miracles come true. Wow. Every time we
Yeah, that
duel, you
Dragonic
have a new
Resonance
strategy
wasn't
to
going to
play.
end well.
Keep dueling,
I say this because,
You're
well,
still on your highway to victory.
I think he realized a bit of a problem there. Any monster could have led the game. He just scooped there. Realistically, the best play is to run over 7's road, but then Torna just says no to your gravity press. What do you do at that point?
The only thing
How about
Here we
Alright.
go. Get ready for the rush. Here I draw. Mystic Dealer.
Once more, honestly, a
Mystic Dealer
pretty
activates
mediocre
set the
hand.
card. I'll set a monster. With that, I end my turn.
Time to
But we
draw.
do
Take the
have a
mic.
DMG set
I
here.
summon a monster. Feel free to join me. I summon a monster. Let's go. I summon from my hand. I set a time to blow him away.
So yeah, if you can't tell, this is once again Alphabet Soup with 1500 beat sticks. And that's where DMG being set can actually be a decent strategy.
Here I go.
I'll end my
I
turn.
draw Mystic Dealer. Mystic Dealer, magical based wolf fang. A wall. Nothing will stop. 7's road magician. I activate my spell card.
So while I do
Recovery
need the
force.
Witch and Torna back, I also need another normal summon. Thank you, Doriato, for coming in right when I needed you.
Gotta take a. Okay, 7's road magician.
And so we just casually blow up his whole board.
The Wind Weaver attacks.
I'm still fine.
With that, I
You
end
don't
my
want to
turn.
miss I'll do whatever it takes to make you my fan. Time to
Legend draw, which
Let's
guarantees
go.
Summon Skull.
Let's go.
Because, I mean,
Let's
this is
go.
alphabet soup. What do you expect?
The king requests your present. I'm all blow him away. With that, here I go.
But considering that's all he could do,
I activate Fire Golem to bet. I activate Torna the Wind Weaver. Okay, go. I attack with my hook now.
Hey,
I attack now.
and that's where Fire Golem can actually be really
you don't
useful.
want to miss time to draw. Did you forget about this card?
Monster Reincarnation, which is honestly kind of an obnoxious card.
Feel free to join me. Feel free to join. Feel free to join me.
Round 2, Summon Skull.
I'm setting a card. I'm all. You
And
can
Antler
lose
on
now.
top of that, which
You
is a
sure
problem.
that's gonna work?
This was a case where I knew Phantom Vine wasn't going to help me from this point forward, so I figured, whatever.
I draw Mystic Dealer. Mystic Dealer, activate Torna the Wind. Anything is possible. Fire Golem. A wall. A mountain. Nothing will stop my road to victory. Seven's Road Magician, I activate Torna the Wind Weaver's time to bat. Torna the Wind Weaver and Pistol Do. I attack.
And so that was
and this
pretty
duel
much
is
in
my
case of
turn.
Phantom Bind.
I end my turn.
Hey now.
This duel's
You
really
might
heating up.
actually be
I
giving me a
draw.
scare.
Mystic Dealer. Mystic Dealer, activate Answer the.
So I'm just sitting here hoping to
I
draw
activate Torna the
into
Wind Weaver's effect. I set
a freaking Hammer Crush that
Seven's Road
turn.
Magician, I activate my spell card, Recovery Force.
At this point, I need my tributes back for the long game.
Time to end this.
I should not have set that Blue Medicine just yet, because I just somehow top-decked Hammer Crush like that,
It's just
and not through drawing into it. How? But oh well, I'll take it. So yeah, that's at least some replays for 7's Road Magician. I didn't really have much to say this time, because honestly, Rush Duels aren't really my thing. But to give my thoughts on 7's Road, it's definitely not a bad deck right now. Even though we're missing at least a level 4 lower light spellcaster, 7's Road is not bad. It's definitely a pretty solid deck for the most part, the Blue Medicine being filler, mind you. And it has plenty of outs to a good lot of stuff in the format. Summon Skull, you have access to Torna, or 7's Road. Or for 7's Road Witch, Excel Road combo. Technically, you could also do Excel Wonder Splat as well, so that's another out. So either way, 7's Road isn't necessarily bad, but it does come with a couple of issues. For one thing, as mentioned, we can't get 7's Road Magician to full power just yet. Furthermore, only half of our deck is normal summons we can actually use without tributing. If you draw the other half, you're screwed. At least on turn 1 anyway. And lastly, we're just in a format where it's a struggle to play most decks. It's either Dragons, Royal Rebels, or Alphabet Soup. Anything else is difficult to say the least. But nonetheless, honestly, 7's Road is still solid. It's not a bad deck by any means. Just don't expect to get very far without really knowing what you're doing, and hoping you get lucky sometimes. That's just how it goes. So, on that note, that's really all I have to say, because yeah, Rush Duels, as mentioned, really aren't my thing. So, until the next video, whatever it might be, later guys.